Okay. Um, how about that? Is anybody on? Can you hear me? Yeah. Microphone audio. This is using a webcam. Has anyone found me? Yo, YouTubers. Medication time. No one's on. That's like anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Have they found me? Can I get this title? Whoa. Anybody out there? Is anybody out there? No views. I'm actually on it. Really? Let's think of this. Let's see if we can use this camera a little bit better. There. Okay. Hello? Hello? Nope. Nobody's there. It might be something to do with the PlayStation, might it? I don't know. By the way, no. No one's on. No one has joined me. Hello? Anybody out there? Is still anybody out there? Yes, the comment has been recorded. No, this is interesting, folks, you see, because no one has caught up to me, and well, the thing is, let's just check here. A beacon of calm and stability, world leaders pay tribute to the Queen. I'm just reading some headlines there. Do I? Oh yeah, I've actually come up after hours in a dirty score virtual pub. Battling coke addiction. Look, no one's here. No one's cool. I'm going to sit here for a while and see what happens. The white background is blinding. Okay. No one's arriving. It's time for bed, Zebedee said. No one's here. This live stream, not one viewer. Oh, yes, they've done it, they've made it. Zumar is back, and so is Jasper. Yes, they've actually made it. That's right. Okay, what do you want to... Can you hear me? Clearly. I'm using my webcam here, so the pitch is shit. But, so I can actually move the camera now. Let's see, let's move a different angle. That's less of a glare. Okay. Right. What are we going to chat about, guys? An interesting discussion. Well, it's slightly quiet, but I can hear you. Right, okay. I can. Yeah, it's just because I'm using a webcam. You see. And the microphone's crap. I've got all the gadgets. Where, you know, but this is quicker. This is so quick. All okay on my setup? Yeah, it's slightly quiet, but I can hear you. Yeah, okay. Cool. I mean, the only other way is, yeah, I'm in a block of flats, you see. I'm talking quietly because I'm in a block of flats. I could use my microphone thing, but it made me plug in what's it called? Alright. I mean, I've got this microphone here. It's not plugged in. And if, say you can't hit, well, anyway, get the guitar out and play really loud. Or can't do that, like, it's late. It's, you know, what are we on? It's just gone, well, it's nearly 1 o'clock here. Look. No, best not. I live in a block of flats. I live in a high rise. Right, guys, and I've got people above and people below. And I should be living in the countryside really, but I've never got there. I live in a 7-bedroom house. Bloody hell, you lucky man. What is that, Masonic temple? 7 bedrooms. Oh man. I can't like I can't do nothing here because of the neighbours. Basically, I'm restricted. Like, but this is what I've been trying to do. You see, I've been trying to get a laptop, miniature laptop, so I can go travelling and do live streams from my tent, basically, and that kind of thing. Because that's one of the main reasons I don't do as many live streams. Or you can come and stay for the night. Is it haunted? Wow, that's interesting. Um, yeah, I could do a video. Whereabouts are you, man? Are you in? Did you say you were in Heswall? Bedroom number 6 emits a dark, scary energy. I would offer you a room, but I'm a bit far away in Afghanistan. Yeah, Hezbollah. Wow, isn't this crazy? Oh, I'd love to go to Afghanistan. For reasons I won't disclose. Let's just say you can smoke it, and it's really enjoyable, and only the Afghanis know how to do it properly. No English people can make it like the Afghanis. It's never been the same. What reason is that, Bruce? Getting stoned, smoking you know, Afghani weed. I had to go to Amsterdam. For me, it was my 50th birthday. I celebrated my 50th by going to Amsterdam. You see, I'm a bachelor as well. You see, you know what I mean? Totally unattached. So and I went to Amsterdam on my own, just so I could smoke some Afghanistani weed, basically, proper Afghanistani weed, because everyone in England stopped selling it. But obviously, it's not legal, you see, so I don't do it anymore. I just do CBD now. I don't do weed anymore. I just do CBD. Yeah, what we having a discussion about anyway? Also, Heswall, yeah, wow. And I could stay the night. I'll take it up on the offer. Well, sometime we'll have a pint together at some point when I've lost some weight, and that'd be really interesting. I'm a fan of LSD and lean. Well, I've done all that. I've done it. I actually went mad on LSD. I did a lot of LSD. Long story. There's lots of. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? I love magic mushrooms as well. And guess what, guys? I've got some magic mushrooms, and I'm prepared to do a magic mushroom trip online live at some point. And it'd be really mad, wouldn't it? But the problem with me with mushrooms, right, guys, is when you're younger, you have a trip and everything's like trippy and psychedelic and fun and all that kind of stuff. Well, every time I do mushrooms now, it's deadly serious, and it's like it's the Bible. I go through things that are like being in the Bible. It's mental. I never thought anything in the Bible would be like have anything to do with magic mushrooms, but sure enough, I've been through some really crazy stuff that when I read the Bible later on, I was like, oh my word, that was what magic mushrooms said that, The acid things, oh man, I flipped out on it, I mean, I'll tell you a story like this, like, I'd flipped out on acid. Off the perk. I don't know what that means. But yeah, a Freemason, he's put a picture of an alien grey on. Right, now, what do you know about them? What do the Freemasons know about those little fellas? Those alien grey things? But anyway, here's a story about acid. I'd stopped doing it. Because I flipped out. I was like Syd Barrett. Syd Barrett from Pink Floyd. Or Peter Green. Peter Green. Extraterrestrials, yeah. The little fellas on the moon. Anyway, I'd packed in acid. I'd sworn never to do it ever again because I went mad basically. I flipped out. You know what I mean? I totally flipped out. And went through the Sid Barrett, Peter Green, you know Peter Green from Fleetwood Mac, that kind of trip. Kind of went bonkers. And swore never ever to do them ever again, right? And there was a particular lad where he used to live in Bromborough a few years ago, and he used to knock on the door, and he was a bit, everyone said he was a bit mad and everything, you know, don't talk to him, he's off his head, you know. And he knocked on the door once, and I'm very polite, you know, I try and be like sort of polite to everyone I meet, like, you know. And he said to me, if I come round with an acid trip, will you do it with me, like? And I was like, I thought he wasn't going to bring it, you know what I mean? And in my head I was thinking, I'm never going to do an acid trip ever again, you know what I'm saying, like. And I thought, because he was, you know, people used to promise things and say, I'll bring a smoke around or whatever, and never deliver the goods, you know what I mean? And this, I didn't actually want to trip you anymore, you see. I'll carry on doing mushrooms, you know what I mean? I'll do mushrooms till the end of the time, like. But I didn't want to do any more acid. And he said to me, if I bring an acid trip round, will you do it with me, like? And I'll do a trip with you, like. And I was like, yeah, alright, man. You know, thinking he wouldn't bring it round, like, you know what I mean? And then 2 days later, knock on the door. I've got them acids if you want to do it, man. And I was like, oh, no, do you know what I mean? And I said, yeah, I said I'd do it. And you know, I would make a promise or say something like that, I can't back out of it, like, so I had to drop the acid with him, like, you know. And he was a bit weird and strange. I wasn't used to it, like, you know, it was the first time I ever closed my eyes on acid, you know what I mean? I sat there. He sat there, he was like, you know, sitting in the same room, like, and he had his eyes closed, you know what I mean? He closed his eyes, and I thought, wow, I've never done that before, I'll try that, like, you know what I mean? So I closed my eyes, you know what I mean? I was like, whoa, what's going on? What am I saying here? And then I opened my eyes after a few seconds of hallucinations or whatever, you know. And the other lad was just staring at me like that, with his mouth open. He's like looking at me, and I was like, what's up, man? What are you looking at? And he goes, I can see all the women in your hair. All these women in me hair, you know, because I had long curly hair, it was just like ridiculously raggle, scraggy head, you know what I mean? And he said, you can see all these things around me anyway, and women in particular. And I was like, I'm aware of it, you see, I know what he was talking about. So I was like, can you see that? Like, and he was like, yeah, I can see it, man. And then he got off, you know what I mean? He got off, like, he said, I'll tune in to you later, like, you know, with the ESP and stuff. Yeah, women, chicks, women in my hair, like, all these, like, I don't know, I've seen it myself, like, but I've never seen it from an outside perspective, you know what I mean? But, because he was tripping as well, he could see it, like, you know. No, not trans women, like, trans women, like, nah, like ghosts, like these women, they're like females and they're ghosts. I mean, I've got a really mad ghost story to talk about. If you go on my channel, right, if you go search my channel, right, and rather than me talking about it now, there's videos on my channel called Paranormal Activities, right, Paranormal Activities, and it's me talking about them things, and I talk about a story about being abducted from my bed. I was in my bed one night, just lying down, just chilling out on my bed, and I was only listening to some music. I wasn't high, I wasn't stoned, I wasn't off my head, I wasn't tripping. And I was in Bromborough at the time, in a bedroom, lying on my bed, right. I had the lights off, and I was listening to Gustav Holst, The Planets. You know The Planets by Gustav Holst, the classical music. And hold on, I'll answer that question in a minute. And you know the track Neptune, the one that's like ghostly with women's voices, like, you know what I mean? And I actually got taken from my bedroom, and I was in my bed one minute, and then the next minute I was in Bidston Hill Cemetery walking around with these ghosts, these female ghosts, and they were all in like You know, nighties, you know, like what people get buried in. They get buried in like nighties and things like that. They were dead women, you know what I mean? It was in a graveyard. But it's only video paranormal activities. I talk all about that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? And alright, adrenochrome, right? Don't know much about myself. Someone I know's been talking to me about it recently, right? And oh, it's crazy, isn't it? I don't know nothing about it myself. It's just vampires, isn't it? Really, it's vampires. Adrenochrome, it's got to be something to do with vampires, isn't it? What vampires are into. People don't realise that vampires are actually real, aren't they? Right. And I don't know if have you read the Bible? If any of you've read the Bible, like I've read the Holy Bible from beginning to end, and it's amazing how many times the Holy Spirit tells people not to drink blood. It's quite fascinating, really. You know, so you know, I don't want to talk too deeply about that on this channel at the moment, but later on down the line, like, because I've done, you know, I used to do serious speeches and that, like, you know what I mean? And I don't know, Jasper, what are your thoughts? Holland's Renacron. Well, the Bible you read has been altered and redacted from the original scriptures. Yes, very true. Very true. If it's translated into English, right, guys, obviously there's interventions, isn't there? There's things put in there because it shouldn't be in the English language in the first place. But it's kind of supernatural, isn't it? The way it's materialising. But God forbids drinking blood. What do we do when we cut our finger or something? We suck it. Well, I do that it's like a dog licking its wound, isn't it? It's like the best, you know. When we were kids and we cut our fingers and things, and our mums would put a plaster on. I don't know about you guys, but every time I had a plaster on a wound, it went worse. Do you know what I mean? The wound goes worse under the plaster, and it gets more mangy and things, doesn't it? And it takes longer to heal, right? Every time I didn't put a plaster on a wound and just, you know, obviously licked it, you know, your saliva heals it, doesn't it? It helps, you know, it's got cells in it. And well, that's why dogs do it, don't they? You know, if dogs get cut, they just lick the wound, don't they? And it ends up healing up on its own. It's good to lick a wound. Hey, what about licking toads? Any thoughts on DMT? And licking toads. You know, like, you know, the people into ayahuasca and things like that. Well, you smoke DMT, it's like, you know, people think they're talking to extraterrestrial lizards and things. Well, if you're too scared, well, I won't say nothing online. Like, I've only done it a couple of times. I haven't spoke about it. I haven't done a speech about that yet, so I'll talk about that one day. Because I don't want people getting the wrong idea that I'm, you know, like a druggie and my channels about drugs and all that. Like, it's more like experiences, because I've met people who are into that. Really, they're all. I don't know why. Like, I think, you know, when you become a rock guitar player. You know what I mean? When you're playing a guitar and you're a rock guitar player and people appreciate the fact that, I don't know, you get some kind of respect that you play guitar. You start meeting loads of people into drugs for some reason, you know what I mean? There's always people into drugs. Yeah, well, DMT, right, they reckon this, DMT is similar to the stuff that they used to take up. You know, when we were kids, our mums and dads used to say, don't ever pick up a toad because it's poison. You know, if we pick up a toad when we're kids in the park or something, we used to think we'd die of poison, you know, we'd drop dead or something like that. Really, it was just to stop us getting off on the DMT, wasn't it? We probably would have started tripping, wouldn't we? Right, but I always imagine, like, you know, like a, you know, an addict who licks toads, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know, if an addict licks toads to get high, he's licking a toad every day, like, you know what I mean, to get high, like, right? And you know, you go to a junkie's house and you have like a bin full of syringe tips and syringes that they've got to take back to the hospital, like, if you go to a toad licker's house, like, you know what I mean, he opens his food cupboard, like, and all these, like, dry toads fall out of the cupboard, like, you know. It's like, they've all been licked and that, like, in the dry, like. Toad lickers. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm a bit of a, I don't know. I've read the Don Juan books and things like that. You know what I mean? I've done all that, the shamanic trip, and you know, I don't want people to get the wrong idea on my channel. You know what I mean? Thinking that's what, you know, I'm still exactly the same. I'm not. You know, all my curiosities have gone basically. You know, I've seen enough. I've seen enough to know what's going on in the universe and from my own personal tastes. Wherever they've gone. Where have they gone? Where have they gone? Who are we talking about? Jazzford. Jazzford. What is a Jazzford? Your only curiosities? Wow. Well, I'd seen everything I needed to know, I suppose. Kind of seen everything. It's this, as the old saying goes, what I don't know is not worth knowing, I suppose. But I haven't had any. Did you say you were 32nd degree? I've probably been approached by the Freemasons a lot, like yeah, 32nd. I've been given a few black balls, I suppose, is the best way to put it. Like, it don't make any sense. Sublime Prince of the World Secrets. Whoa, crazy. The Secrets of Freemasonry, Part 1. Oh man, I got like loads of questions, like, but like, my dad was 33rd degree, called Manly. Manly, is that the name? Wow, what's going on? Where's the other Masons? Why you get some more on? Like, so, get like, give them a shout, let's have a meeting. That's what we can talk about. Alright, what we talk about? Any questions? Any questions? Ask me a good question. Let's see if we can bring up a discussion. Wish I could hear. Goofy Grandma. Oh, Goofy Grandma's here. Wish I could hear. Oh, what do you mean? Goofy Grandma can't hear. He was a scary man though. We didn't talk much, me and my father. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Hi Goofy. See, Goofy Grandma's online with us. I'm Zumar. Yeah, so your Alman was a Freemason too, I'm Zumar. This is crazy, man. I mean, right, we've got 4 on board at the moment. Yeah, that's what we start the. Where are is that your question, Jasper? Would you not care to join me? Would you not care to join the Brotherhood? I'll talk about that over a pint of beer sometime in the future. About the subject matter. It's quite controversial, isn't it? Really. Not essentially. Not essentially. He always talked about pizza and stuff and had strange daggers around the house. Pizza. Oh dear. Remember Pizzagate? Sometimes, like, bloody no. I take it your old man's not around anymore. Look, he's oh, don't be silly. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm a neutral. I see it from a neutral perspective. You see, you know what I mean. But it's just got me thinking. He always told me that wasn't true and don't listen to him. Right, okay. He said Pizzagate was a conspiracy theory. Right, I'm just. I don't want to say that because, people might think I'm involved in things like, but I mean, I could just. Any questions? That's the. Any questions? What about a question? I mean, what does a Freemason not know about? I mean, what could a. I mean, what could I tell a Freemason that they don't know about? I don't know. How far their wisdom goes, to be honest. This grandma, pizzeria mobsters, lol. Remember the Sopranos? Yeah. Jasford asked me earlier if I watched The Sopranos, man. Like one of my favourite lines, one of my favourite quotes in The Sopranos was, the young fella, Tony Soprano's nephew. I can't remember his name. The character, was it Chris? Was his name Chris in The Sopranos? And I always remember them like they nearly had an argument in the pizza parlour, like, and he goes, "Don't ever disrespect the pizza parlour." That's it, isn't it? Social club. I mean, I like Sicilian pizza better than Italian. Have we got any toad lickers in tonight? Yeah, any questions? We start the ball roll. I mean, you guys asked me to do this stream. Say, come on, let's do a proper stream and let's have a chat. What should we chat about? Something different. Let's an interesting question. Chode, toad. What's a chode? Toad lickers. Have we got any toad lickers in tonight? What is the meaning of life, Bruce? Well, that's a good question. Um, to survive and disappoint our parents. That's the meaning of life. Because we always disappoint our parents, don't we? Let's face it. I mean, and our parents disappointed their parents at some point in time. Any regrets? Wow, my biggest regrets. Oh wow. Yeah, going to school, being forced to go to school. I wish I had homeschooling and I was out of the education system. Um, I regret getting heavily into smoking weed. I regret long-term relationships where I didn't get married. to females, of course. I regret shoplifting. I regret committing myself to learn how to play the guitar all these years, and for you know, playing electric guitar instead of just forgetting about rock music. It would have saved me a lot of time. Is it worth having kids now? Well, me personally, I mean, I'm supposed to have a kid, right? I've got a son, supposedly, right? From I was in a relationship for like, with my first relationship kind of thing. It was on and off for like, I would tell no one. Honestly, I don't know why men want to have kids. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand. I've never ever wanted kids, and it ruins your life, doesn't it? People gotta realise it's like when you have kids, you've got to commit yourself, and your life's over. The kids take over, and that's, you know. I'm supposed to have a kid. You know what I mean? He's like, don't know how old he is now. He's 40 or something, 30 something. And he was autistic as well. I actually brought up a kid for like 6 years, living with a woman in a house in you know, a sort of common law marriage routine, and he was autistic. And I never got a moment's peace with him. You know what I mean? He done me head in. I totally regret that, but I don't think he was mine. You see, it sounds like it's a bit of a mystery. What's that one? What would you rather have done that isn't rock music? Art. I wish I just carried on with paintings and drawing pictures and being an artist, to be honest. Because rock music is such a fickle world, and I couldn't find a real drummer. I couldn't find a really good drummer to play the drums for me. Because I write songs, don't I? And I play the guitar, and I'm a good singer, you see. I'm actually a really good vocalist. I mean, honestly, you wouldn't believe how good my voice is. I'm like nearly 60. And I play the guitar quite well. I've got loads of great songs, but I couldn't find a good drummer. So I wasted all that time. Because you can't play live. I need to play live with a real drummer. You know, a session drummer. See, that's what I'm saying. There you go. £100 an hour, mate. That's exactly what goes on. You know, when you try and get a drummer these days, they want you to pay them, you know. And I wanted a drummer to listen to me music and say, I want to play these songs, Bruce. You know, for nothing. You know, I don't play music for money. I play it like, you got to go on a stage and entertain a crowd, and that's the reward. You know what I mean? A load of people going bonkers, dancing and singing. That's the reward, not getting paid. And that's what my music's all about. But I couldn't find a real band to get it together with. Well, I could have found bass players, keyboard players, guitar players, but I couldn't get a real drummer. You know, that was really passionate about playing the drums. Because me, I was supposed to be a drummer. When I was a kid, I was into Buddy Rich, and you know, I wanted to be a drummer, like, but my mum and dad never bought me a drum kit. It's a long story. You'd laugh your head off at my story, like, because I got a punk band together when I was a teenager. I stole my first drum kit. I actually stole it. I'm thinking of writing a book about it, and you know, make it into a movie. My band history. We were dreadful. We were really bloody awful, like, but it's so funny. It's better than Spinal Tap, I'm telling you. It's madder than Spinal Tap. I've got all my original cassette tapes from when I was a teenager. And, you know, because we're punk rockers, it's quite controversial, you know. What's funny? Yeah, it's £100 an hour. There you go. Imagine it. Imagine earning a ton an hour. Oh, yeah. That isn't, yeah, art. I'm a painter. You know, I draw pictures, paint pictures. Um, I should have stuck to it. I should have just gone into art and forgot about rock music, because it was just a waste of my time, really. I mean, I've got my solo act. It's called Number One and a Dog. If you go on my channel and you see the words, it's number one as in N-O-1, number one, and the dog. And I've got my own, like, oh, you play the pipe organ? £2,000? What? I usually make around £2,000 an hour playing a pipe organ. What, you mean a church organ? This is fascinating, this stream, isn't it? I mean, if anyone who watches this in hindsight is going to be like, what's going on here? £2,000 an hour. My word. Surely that's not meant to be £20 an hour. Have you typed too many O's? Man, I'm on social security, mate. I get like... Do you know how much money I earn, guys? Because I'm on social security. Because I was sick. I went, like I said, I told you earlier, I went mad on acid and things like that. I had a nervous breakdown, right? And I get about £1,000 a month. £1,000 a month I get. And I have to pay me rent out of that, like. I mean, I'm really... oh, man. I'm a dosser, basically. But I like it, you see. How much is the rent? My rent's about... I'm in a council flat, right? About £300 a month. £300 a month. I mean, I'm really cheap budget, man, mate. I'm probably the only YouTuber on YouTube, right, that could be making a lot of money, but don't want to, you know what I mean? I like keeping it the way it is, and it's just an outlet, you know, it's just a little bit of an outlet. I go on there's a website called Photocrowd, and I put photographs up on that, if anyone wants to check that out. So if you go onto Photocrowd, don't even have heard of it, like, and it's a website where, you know, there's professional photographers and things like that, and they exchange photographs, and we have little competitions, you know. And I put photographs up on that, and I put some of my works of art up there. Who's that? Shark, hey? Old man. You're so cool. Who's he talking to me? Are you to Shark, hey? Hey, old man, you're so cool. And facial, hi, Shark. So cool, facial. What's that mean, mate? Okay, we've got 5 online. This is a world record in my live streams, this, guys. 5 online, like, at the moment. 5 views. We've broke the record for my live streams. You know, the most views I get on my channel is there's a Johnny Lydon interview, right? It's a very rare interview that no one else seemed to have. 6 viewers now. Wow, we've done it. We've got to get to number 7. I'm Chinese. You're only one Chinese fans. Is right. What it about? Are you higher? Nice start. What it about? Hold on. What it about? Are you not trolls? I'm Chinese. Wow. Oh. You're only one Chinese fans. I've got Chinese relatives, believe it or not. My auntie was married to a Chinese man, and I've got Chinese relatives. Wow, brilliant. He's actually typing in Chinese. Brilliant. Are you actually in China, Shark? Are you actually in China? Wow. Irish, what you mean? Who's that? Who's saying Irish, what you mean? Yeah. It's an Anglo-Irish Chinese family. I've got my relatives have got like I got an uncle, Chinese uncle, his name was Choi, Uncle Choi. Any beers going? No, I'm drinking tea at the moment. I'm off the beers at the moment, I'm on a diet. So I'm not doing any I had to work for what I've got, unlike some. Wow, yeah. I believe so. I believe so. My English, terrible. You really? Yeah, it sounds like, yeah, you don't put some Chinese. I've had to work where I've got on like some. Hey, what did you do for work, Jasper? As a rule, like, what was your, your occupation? You should have a look at the ABC diet. It's crazy and it really worked for me. Oh no, I've sussed out how to lose weight. I've sussed it out. Oh, you worked in the music industry. Wow, weird. Wow. So, I don't even hear any of my music. If I was like sort of applying to like sending demos to you or whatever, what would you have thought to my music? Would you? I don't even hear any of it. You see. You know you can speak. You know you speak is so fast I can't understand the world. Okay. The Beatles, help beers. Well, I live. Oh, he was a manager in A&R, man. Wow, man. What record company? Interscope. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the Chinese people on board, I'll try and speak slowly, right? And I live right by Liverpool. If the Chinese people are interested, the Beatles. I live in a place called Birkenhead. Which is over the River Mersey from Liverpool. Liverpool's just a couple of miles away from me, and I can go to the Cavern or walk around Liverpool any day I want. Yeah. I saw your drink. Right. Birkenhead, as they say, yeah. Bacon dread, yeah. Bacon dread. PR work for the baby not long ago. Wow, who's the baby, man? Da baby. I haven't heard of them at the moment, or him, or whoever it is. Are you drink for Chinese? this stream's hilarious. I got my shoes robbed at Birkenhead North Station when I was really young. Oh wow, did they actually take your shoes off you? Or did you just put them down? I came from Birkenhead North originally. My family is from Birkenhead North. As a baby, as a newborn baby, that's where I went, to Birkenhead North. And my family's from there and everything. We were all quite like ruffians, I suppose. Oh man, as a baby, I was surrounded by cockroaches. Cockroaches in my bedroom. Horrible. Mo Tai. Wow, he got his shoes robbed. They nicked my webs, my little 110s. Gave my mum. Oh my word, you kidding me? They actually attacked your mum. But she kept hold of her phone. Luckily, my shoes went. Man, that's crazy. Oh man. Yeah, I've had some weird times in the north. It's the Birkenhead North. Oh, that's like the roughest place. I don't know. I reckon the Woodchurch. it's between the Woodchurch and the North End, are like the sort of roughest areas on Wirral, like. Um, but yeah, from the North End, like I say, I'm not one of the the folks, like, you know, but man, yeah, I've nearly had fights in the North End and stuff like that, like 54% volume. Whoa, multi. I'm not even drinking at the moment. Really, what I've got to do is suss out StreamYard, isn't it? So people can, you know, get on board and that, like in Zoom or whatever. And that's what I need to do on my channel. But I tried getting StreamYard on and everything, but I needed Google Chrome. And I don't like Google Chrome, you know. Right. You should get a beer and do live review. You need to get that going. Beer review. I'm gonna, like I say, I will when I've lost some weight. I've been trying to lose weight for a while, like guys. I just I couldn't do it because every time I had a drink, I'd drink more. You know what I mean? So yeah, just bear with me on that one. I will be losing. I was gonna buy some alcohol-free beers the other night in Tesco's. I haven't got any beers here. I've only got home brews. I've only got home brews here, what I've done myself in the bottles, you know, they're like, oh, don't get me thinking of that. I've got some home brew. Now, I've got some CBD to smoke. I just do an extra 5 minutes once to compensate for a pint of beer. I know. Now, if I start drinking, I don't stop. That I'm like a heavy duty drinker, you know what I mean? I'm not an alcoholic and all, like, but I mean, listen guys, I can go through a bottle of whiskey on my own in one night. I could go through a bottle of tequila on my own in one night. I've done it all. I've been, been absolutely way down. I remember the first time I bought a bottle of absinthe, you know, absinthe, the green stuff. I bought a bottle of that in Liverpool once, and it was 68%. And the next morning, I didn't mix it with water like you're supposed to. You're supposed to mix it with sugar and water, aren't you, right? There's about that much left in the bottle the next day. About that much left, you know, a full bottle of absinthe. 68%. I drank nearly all of it, just straight. My favourite takeaway is special fried rice. But the chippy's gone now. There used to be a chippy in Birkenhead called Chams, and he used to do special fried rice, and it was the ultimate. But most Chinese chippies are similar, aren't they? And I love Fu Young fried rice. Oh man, Chinese food, I love it, like. But I've learned to cook it now, you see. Like I say, check me recipes out on my channel. Chicken Supreme, homemade Chicken Supreme, it's amazing. Now, other than Chinese, nowhere, never eat out. The odd pizza parlour, you know, you get the odd pizza. I cook my own food normally. Quite a decent chef, you know, well, I wouldn't call myself a chef, but everything I eat I like. Right, it's the same, we've only got 2 viewers again now, isn't it? Everyone's gone. What happened? Where did they go? Is it the Chinese dudes? I can't believe someone came on from China. This is off its head, yeah. They aren't true fans. It could be. I don't mind Chinese women jumping on board. I still haven't had an affair with an Oriental chick yet. Never too late, is it, guys? Hey, Jasper Consultants, we are. Test you how to read. How to read. Would you have a go on a lady boy? No. Never in a million years. I've got no hang-ups whatsoever. But this is it's a good question, right? Um, by the way, here's a tip. I don't know if you've ever been. Have you've obviously been to Bangkok or something. I don't know for you to ask that question, right? A bit of advice. I got this off. You know John McAfee, the famous John McAfee, who recently died in jail. You know, the guy that created McAfee antivirus. And it's him made this quote. He said, if you're ever in Thailand or Bangkok and a lady, and someone comes up to you and asks you if you want sex, right? You say, if it's if it looks like an attractive female, as you know what happens in them places. If anyone approaches you and says, you want sex, you say to the female or whatever's in front of you, I'm looking for a lady boy actually. And if it's a woman, they'll walk away. Right. And you go, oh no, come back, you get me? But if it's a lady boy, they go, hey, I'll stay with you then, you know what I mean? Isn't that a good tip? That's from John McAfee then. Just tell everyone that approaches you, you're looking for a lady boy, and the real woman will walk away. It's a good tip, that, isn't it? So you tell them to come back, obviously. But here's my idea, right, guys. I don't know if you've seen my music, me solo music. Me number one on a dog thing, where it's like a busking thing I play on my own. It's a good tip, but I'd want the reverse. Exactly, that's the whole point. You say you want a lady boy, but you don't really. You pretend you want a lady boy. Do you get me? No, don't you understand? If you're not sure who you're talking to, it could be a man or a woman, couldn't it? It could be a lady, because that's what they're famous for, aren't they? Is approaching men and pretending they're women. Do you understand? They do it covertly, don't they? And some men get back to the hotel and realise it when they put their hands expecting to fit, expecting a vagina, they get a penis instead, and they go, "What?" That's the whole point, isn't it? I understand, but I'm all like, oh, you actually want a lady boy? Well, anyway, if you understand lady boys, I might really want your advice. Me band, it's a solo, I've got a solo band called Number One on a Dog. If I don't know if you've seen any of my videos, check it out. I use a busking machine and I do everything on my own, and I sing and play and everything. I've got backing tracks and everything. It's like a live rock show, right? But I'm on my own totally. With me dog, I'll show you me dog. Here's me dog. Here he is. You see? Because me dog died, and this is my dog now. You see, I take it on tour. I'm gonna take him on tour. That's why we're called Number One on a Dog, right? That's the dog, right? Right. I haven't done any gigs yet. I've just done check my videos. I'm in like Birkenhead Park playing live and stuff, like just playing in the park, and people are just walking past. You know what I mean? They don't. Some people will actually listen to me, right? But anyway, here's my master plan. I would love to go to Bangkok, right, and do a gig exclusively for lady boys. You know what I mean? I'm partaking any sex or nothing. I just want to do a gig live. I've never been there. I've never been to one of them places. I've only ever been to Amsterdam once, But imagine a gig. Right? And all the audience, no women are allowed, or men, but just an audience of lady boys. And if I can get them into a frenzy, like, proper euphoria, like, you know what I mean? It would just be the funniest thing I could ever achieve in a concert, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not into lady boys, nothing like that, but I'm prepared to do an exclusive gig just for the lady boys, you know what I mean? And in Bangkok, right? And at the end of the show, when they're all happy and cheering and all that, they introduce me to the sisters, you know what I mean? In China, have more ladyboy. Right, okay. If you want pictures. But wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't an audience of ladyboys be funny? From from the stage. If I was on stage playing a gig and the whole crowd was just ladyboys, it'd be so funny, wouldn't it? But you know, and at the end of the show, every ladyboy's gonna have a sister, aren't they? You know what I mean? What more can I say? Transphobic. Imagine a gig. Oh man. I know people will think we're a bit insane for wanting to do that, but it'd be an achievement, wouldn't it? It'd be a first. It'd be a complete first. What do you like, man? I don't know what to make of anyone now at the moment. You actually want ladyboys. Oh man, this is funny. I can't believe this, man. I only want to meet the sisters. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe this stream. Oh man. Funny. Yeah, I'm prepared to do an exclusive gig, you know. But as a routine, I'm gonna be street entertaining, you know, playing in the street. I've got like a live gig. If you ended up with a ladyboy in a hotel, you send her away then, or just go for it since you're there. No, I'd say this is what had happened to me, right? Say I was in that scenario, right, where I think I'm copping off with Lucy Liu. You know Lucy Liu, like, you know, the actress Lucy Liu, like. I think I'm copping off with Lucy Liu, and it turns out it's a ladyboy. I'd say, I tell you what, do you know anyone get some good weed off and let's watch a film and have a laugh? Get stoned with a ladyboy. I want to learn English, need someone small talk with me. Okay. Shark wants to learn English. Small talk. I wanna learn Chinese. We all learn English together. This channel is going to... I don't know what people are going to think of this video in hindsight. Yeah. So, hey, Jasford, have you seen any of me solo performances? There's some crazy stuff. I'll tell you a good one. I don't know if you could watch. If you could watch now, like. Oh man, there's instrumentals where I just play guitar. There's ones where I sing. And I do covers as well. I do some cover versions. You know, I do some covers in the sets because it's, you know, I just saw the Beard and Mason videos and some guitar. Right, okay. Right. Yeah, if you go on my channel and you search Morse codes, just them two words, Morse codes, and there's a clip of me in Birkenhead Park playing electric guitar. Let me load one up as I watch and I'll give you some live feedback. Yeah, search for that one, Morse codes, And there's a little bit of a gap at the beginning when I'm drinking beer. You see me in the park drinking beer. Um, Another one I recommend is called Archimedes, but it's spelled A-R-K, Archimedes. Oh yeah, watching it. Morse codes. Let's see what Jasford thinks of my guitar playing. He used to be an A&R man in a record company. Would he have signed me on a record label if he had have got a demo from me? Let's see. The tension mounts. It's live in Birkenhead Park, and it's totally live on camera. Are there any hackers among you? No idea, but you know, I don't care. There's nothing to hack. There's nothing worth hacking here, you know what I mean? My channel, I don't make any money on this channel. Would you be interested in buying a 7-string Ibanez? Ooh. How would you get it here from Afghanistan? I'm interested in 7-string. I'll show you my main guitar, like, at the moment. Let's see. Here's my baby. This is me major guitar at the moment. Right. The string snapped at the moment. Well, this is a brilliant guitar. You know Shark Hacker? I will be visiting my family on the Wirral soon, so I could bring it. Oh my word. I don't think I can afford it. You know, this guitar here, it cost me £200, believe it or not. £200. Wow, Jasford said he would have signed me. That's brilliant, that, isn't it? See, that's all I need to know, that, man. I never sent demos to record companies or anything like that. When I was younger, my ex-girlfriend sent one of me tapes to Virgin once. 16 grand, no chance. In China, guitar is right. There's the word guitar in Chinese there, man. This is made in Vietnam. This one. This is actually made in Vietnam. £200, right, guys? Right. I'll show you my other guitar. This is made in China. That's my busking guitar. That's the one you might have seen me playing in the park. Hofner Shorty. Made in China, guys. And it's one of the best guitars I've ever played in my life. See, there's a picture of my dog on it. This was only £115, right? This one, £115. Yeah, that's it. You watch the unboxing. And honestly, man, I've been playing this today and that, like, been practicing on this. This is me travelling guitar, you see. If I ever travel the world, this is the one. Hey, I tell you what, I'd love to go to Afghanistan. I probably wouldn't come back home. But yeah, this is my main guitar. like portable, and I'm telling you, for the money, these are fantastic. Yeah, play a bit like unplugged. Unplugged. Well, for unplugged, because I'm in a block of flats, I can't do it. You see, but like. Phrygian, oh no, I don't play modes. It's kind of like, I learned them when I was younger, but I'm more, oh man, I've got to play the way I play these tunes, you know what I mean? I don't know. So I mean, this one, the taste is so right. Shark, Shark, are you an expert hacker or something like? But you're being polite to me. And there you go. And this is the creme de la creme, guys. This is the creme de la creme. There you go. These are my favourite guitars. Spanish classical guitar. These are only £100 in the shops. It's a student guitar. Right. They're about £100, right. But the secret is the strings are £20. They're really good strings. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. Take the cable off for me. Slightly out of tune. I mean, listen to the sound of this, dead quiet. I learned guitar for between something time, but I gave up. It's never too late on a guitar. You never stop learning. But yeah, that's my favourite kind of no electricity required. There's tons of demos on YouTube, guys. If you want to check, I've put loads of songs on YouTube. And if you look, there's hardly any views. No one watches them. You know, it's like people are into me speeches or me beer reviews. I'll be binging them. I'll be binging them. Oh yeah, brilliant. Binging them, yeah. Oh yeah. All my songs, man. There's a lot of. I do some covers as well, you know. I do. No, these are nylon strings, right? and they're £20 a set, right? 20, 20 quid for a set of strings, but this is student guitar. They're only tiny, totally classical. They're meant for students, but honestly, everything's smaller. The neck's smaller and everything, so it's more compact to carry. But honestly, you just put the best strings on these things, and they're just unbelievable. The make here, I'll get the packets. I'll show you. I'll find the packets. Hold on. They're here somewhere. Yeah. Just bear with me, folks. Find it. What are they called? I think I can find one of those. Oh yeah, there it is. There we go. Found it. Found it, mate. There we go. That's them. There's the size. HT Classic. Savares. And basically, I found out, yeah, should get them on London Guitar Studio. They're a bit cheaper. Right, so you know about them. Well, I found out about them. I went into a guitar shop and I said, just give me your most expensive classical strings, whatever the best ones are, like for this student guitar, like. And he didn't want to. He was like, he didn't want to tell me the price. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, I was like, look, I don't care how much they cost. Just give me them, like. And he was like, well, they're 20 quid, then. You know what I mean? And oh, they're worth every penny. But yeah, they sound incredible. And it's them guitars though. You wouldn't believe how good they are because they're made for students. You know what I mean? So they're expected to ditch them and move on to the bigger guitar, aren't they? You get me? Everyone's expected to ditch a student guitar and buy a proper classical guitar, right? And classical guitars cost more than electric guitars, don't they? You know what I mean? Really good classical guitars are always in the thousands, aren't they? The really good stuff, like. But that thing, honestly, there's a couple of things where they sing with it on YouTube and that, like. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a bit like worried in case like you get like exposed as a singer and that, like, and YouTube, the beer reviewer, you know what I mean? Mine was 16k. Two for a Jim Redgate. Had to do a bit of dealing to afford it, but got in the end 16k. Oh my word! So you're like a top musician, like. The pipe organ player, man. Man, what we got going here, man? It's a good job I don't ask for donations, isn't it? And by the way, you have Discord. Discord. My favourite tune to play is Asturias. I haven't hit. I don't know what that is. Is that a classical? So you're an actual classical player then? Hey, we've got some class on this channel, haven't we? It's amazing, isn't it? What just drinking beers does. It just gets everyone together, doesn't it? Asturias. I don't play classical stuff. I mean, I'll play a little bit like, right here, I'll show you. I'll try and do it quietly. Try and do it quietly. Try and do it quietly, right? That's about as classical as I get, really. Because generally in rock music and folk, it's like I use the Spanish guitar for folk music and just singing, and the rock music is like, I don't know why I even do it anymore, but I tried packing it in. I had a nervous breakdown back in 1991, and I sacked music. I didn't want to play anymore, right? Because I had a breakdown. And then what happened was I felt like I was missing something, so I carried on writing. I got another guitar and I carried on writing and playing and that, and it made me feel better, you know what I mean? And that's the only reason I do it. Like, it's like therapy, you know what I mean? It's therapeutic, basically. So I carried on writing and that. Oh, and Andrew Wilson's on board now. Keep it real, bud. You should try making trap beats on a DAW. Oh, I've got a DAW. I've got Steinberg. I do all my stuff on that. I've got Cubase Pro, and I program my drums and all that stuff. Yeah, because I couldn't get a real drummer. It's odd there. Andrew Wilson's on board. See, the name Andrew Wilson just appeared. He used to be my drummer in my old band, guys. Andrew Wilson was my original drummer. Here you go. Don't sign a record deal till you see small print, Bruno. Trap. Yeah, how to make trap. Wow, I don't know what that is, to be honest. Hi, Andrew says, I'm Zumar. By the way, Andy, Alan Zumar's actually in Afghanistan, believe it or not. What does he eat? What does that mean? What does he eat? Ableton. I haven't used it. I've only really used Cubase. Country you're from? He's from the Wirral, and um, Jazzford is from Heswall. He used to be an A&R man for a record company, believe it or not. And Anzu Ma is a pipe organ player, believe it or not, in Afghanistan. A proper pipe organ player. He's from the Wirral though, originally, and he's in Afghanistan now. Isn't it mad? Shark said, "Are you play TikTok?" I've never been on TikTok ever. I tell you what you should do. If people want to like check out my music on YouTube, and if you can copy or, copy it and put me on TikTok on my behalf, go for it and see what happens. I'm scared. I actually don't want to go viral. Imagine going viral and you don't want to be viral. You know what I mean? Imagine one of my songs goes viral, and my life will never be the same again, would it? So I've got to stick to, I can get on the buses and the trains and the public, things like that still. I can go shopping in Tesco's without being mobbed. That's what it's all about, man. Hey, Jasford, you're older than me, right? And you'll remember. Do you remember the adverts in the 70s for Saint Bruno pipe tobacco, and it was like this dude. He was like, he had a bouncer following him everywhere, and he was like this handsome dude, and like thousands of women would run after him like in the street. And the bouncer used to go like that, lock the gates and that, like, and it was like thousands of women. Andrew Wilson, where are you from? He's actually from Wallasey originally, Andrew. He lives on the Wirral near me. He's in Wallasey at the moment. Yeah, Jasford remembers it. St Bruno adverts, remember? And the guy had thousands of women running after him. Well, that is like, don't get me wrong, it'd be fun, wouldn't it? But I'm scared of that happening, you know what I mean? Imagine it, man, everywhere you go, there's like thousands of women running after you. Yeah, you make stars like that. Wow. Oh no. Hey, look, Andrew Wilson's asking Mujahideen. He's an English person, but he's in Afghanistan. He's not actually Mujahideen. I used to know a Mujahideen person in school. When I was in school, there was a dude from Afghanistan, and he had to leave school and go back to Afghanistan because the Russians had just invaded. And he's like, I must go home now to fight the Russians. Love that place on the Wirral called Liscard, yeah. Liscard, yeah, in Wallasey. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy, though, man. You moved to Afghanistan when you were a kid. Wow. Oh, there's many reasons I'd like to go to Afghanistan. But I'll just go to Amsterdam instead, I suppose. Done a bit of gambling in Grove and a casino in New Brighton too, but lost 40k there, so never went back. Whoa, 40 grand in a casino. I bet you I've got tons of millionaires watching my channel, haven't I? I've actually said that, you know what I mean? I've said to people, there could be millionaires watching my channel, and the photo crowd site when I'm on. There's people in Dubai and places like that buzzing off me photographs, you know what I mean? And it's a humbling thought, isn't it? You know what I mean? Just, you know, aye, mad. It's mad. 40 grand. My dad was a gambler, but you know, we never had any money because of it. 70s, you need to set up a donate button. I've got a PayPal. I have got a PayPal thing, but I hardly ever tell people that, you know what I mean, because there's a video. If you check out, if you go on, I mean, I don't really want donations, you know what I mean. But if people want to donate to me, say people wanted to donate to me, I never ask for money, you know what I mean. If someone insisted they wanted to donate, there's a video on my channel called Archimedes. If you check that video out, it's called Archimedes, and it's spelt with ARK, right? And 250,000. Oh, I couldn't accept that. £250 would do. £250,000. Oh my word! I can't believe this. Are you serious? And without being a Freemason as well. Well, my PayPal, right, on the video, there's a video called Archimedes, spelled A-R-K, right, you should find it, it's an instrumental, and on the beginning of it, you see, or at the end of it, you see me PayPal. I put my PayPal thing on the end of it, like, and it's there, like, if anyone wants to donate. But you know what? Since I've had a PayPal, I've told loads of people when I first put it on, and I've only ever been given £1 because my friend on YouTube, one of my friends, my old bass player actually, I asked him to send me £1 so that I know that it works. You know, when it takes the money. You can either say yes or no. I'll give you one chance to take it or leave it. £250,000. Oh my word! Why though? Why would you want to do that? I'm sort of, you know, a bit sort of kind of knocked off. You could knock me down with a feather, man. The most money I've ever been given was £4,000 because I had a moving allowance. Well, oh man, I don't know. I don't know what to answer that. That's a shock. I could donate max 400k. What's going on? Why? Oh my word, I don't know what to say about that. Look. A British bulldog on the freeway. I'm okay. I'm okay, folks. I'm a humble man. But the Archimedes video. At the end of the video, you see the PayPal donation thing, and I don't know. I don't know what to say. I've never been offered money like that before, like, so I don't know how to handle that. Like, let me ask you this: what would you do with £250,000? Oh, I don't know. What would I do if I won the lottery? Wow. Oh man, I've always wanted my own house. I've always wanted a cottage in the countryside. Basically, that's what I've always wanted, and I've never been able to do it. Like, I wouldn't mind my own house actually, but I'm happy where I am. Like, I've won the lottery. Wow, crazy. I don't know. That's I don't know what to say because I don't want people to get the wrong idea that I'm, you know, trying to make money off YouTube. I don't know how to handle it, guys. I don't know how to handle it. £250,000. I don't know how many call girls could I get for that. Only joking. Yeah, I've always wanted my own cottage in the countryside. Yeah, I haven't got a clue to be honest. I've never actually had any money, so I don't know really. Um, I mean, wow, you could knock me down with a feather. I wouldn't know where to start. I'd love to own a camper van as well, but I can't drive. Um, I've been thinking of buying myself a motorbike. I've actually got an electric trike. I don't know if you've seen it on the videos on YouTube, which I bought recently. I saved up for it, like. I'm thinking of doing a tour on it, you see. But I'd probably travel the world. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. That's a mad question, that. What would I do to, I mean, man, crazy. You could knock me down with a feather. Man. Ooh, bit knocked out there, I don't know what to say, like. I don't know what to think. Yeah, I'm quite modest, like. I mean, I could have been quite wealthy, really, I pushed it, like. Well, if you ever need it, you know who to ask. Wow, crazy, man. Don't know what to say. Mad. We'll have that drink someday and we'll have a talk. I would feel skins having less than 10 million now, but I have the good upbringing being from an Asian family. I told you, man, I'm aware of that. You see, I know there could be millionaires watching my channel, um, just for pleasure. You know what I mean? Because that's my whole intention. I don't intend to try and take money off people. It is the idea is like something new, isn't it? It makes a change, doesn't it? Someone doesn't want money. You know what I mean? It makes a change. It kind of scares me, money. Yeah, the most I've ever had is £4,000. Believe it or not. I mean, what I own, everything I can sell, probably add up to about 10 grand. Probably less. I don't know. Yeah. Um, no idea. I've never been put on the spot like that before. I mean, I always wanted a patron. I was always looking for a patron. Someone who'd fund me as an artist to paint and stuff like that. Um, but I've never been into it for money. You see, it's never been a big thing to me. It's always been like about art more than anything. I'd like to be recognised as I want to be the next Damien Hirst. You know what I mean? That'd be nice. Yeah, you go on Photocrowd and search Bruce Williams on Photocrowd. You can see some of the photographs and pictures and some of the works of art there and things like that as well. Like, but yeah, I don't know. The way I do it, right? If someone offered me loads of money, I'd say, well, what could I do to earn it? And I think like, supposing I painted a picture or something like, and you say it's like you're buying a picture off me, like. Because I've always said my paintings or my works of art are quite, they're worth a fortune really, because I'm unknown. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. Yeah. Oh, I'm a bit shocked. Andy, are you still there? These guys are offering me. Yeah, Photocrowd. Well, on this channel. Do you want to show you one of my paintings that's not finished? I'll go and get it off the wall, right? Show you one of my paintings, right? I haven't finished it yet. Okay. You see, it's got glitter on it. It's meant to be lapis lazuli. Have a good look at it. It's quite Masonic in a way, but it's not intended to be. Believe it or not. That's one of the pictures. And it's not finished. It's quite big, you can see. Right, but you can see the texture. I'll try and shine it, show you see the texture of it, like. It's gold and lapis lazuli. But yeah, that's one picture. I haven't finished it. I've been painting this. You could sell that to my Masonic Lodge. Oh wow. In the centre of it, look, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Right in the centre of the maze, there's a grain of pure gold. Right at the centre. And it's got 24 stamped on it, you know, it's actually... How much would you pay for this picture, man? If you used to put up... It's acrylics. It's acrylics on canvas. You see, it's a canvas. It's like a drum, actually. It's not finished. I mean, you guys must know what your value of what would you put. I mean, I'm an unknown artist, you see, so I don't really. It's not finished, but if I finished it and signed it, £10,000. Yeah, because it's acrylics. What am I worth? 20 grand. I put a value of £5,000 on this. Wow, 80k. Well, I will be painting in oils. This is an experiment, you see. This is actually an experiment. Yeah, it's called, the picture is called Inner Sanctum. The Inner Sanctum. I'll put it back on the wall. Wow, 20 grand. Hey, I don't believe them, Bruce. You don't believe them. Hold on. But yeah, it's actually strange. Yeah, but it is supposed to be like it's meant like a Afghanistan's in the picture. It's lapis lazuli, like you see. But yeah, Andrew's saying that he doesn't believe them. What's the what? Due to acrylics, it'll lose value to many collectors. Who's telling the truth here, man? I don't know. But yeah, I put a value of £5,000 on that picture, you know what I mean? Myself, personally. It's not finished. Andy might be jealous of your talents. No. No, he's an old friend. He was my old drummer. You know, we know each other well, like. You could easily get that valuation. I know. No, the like pulling rocks behind you. I suppose Andy seems like a nefarious character. This is funny, man. What do you think of that, Andrew? Are you being nefarious? I don't even know what that means, mate. Yeah, but anyway, my intention is, yeah, I'll show you some more pictures, right, guys? You want to see some more? Probably, I don't know if you see, this is on YouTube actually. I'm not a big fan of Andy, but it's okay. This is one of the crazy ones. The unidentified flying cherry bakewell. That's not for sale, actually. It's not for sale. Shakespeare's album cover. Oh yeah, this is quite interesting. This is an interesting one. It's unfinished. No, I didn't do it. No, I wasn't under the influence. There's another one. That's a kind of drawing. Let's get back to see. You see what it is? It's a sun. You know, a sun, star. It's not finished. And an eyeball. And yeah. It's not finished. You seem very interested in eyes and Mason symbolism. No, it's all about biology and space. No, I am telling truth. See Andy saying, no, I'm telling the truth. But this one here, this picture, right, I've got a huge canvas. Right. Oh, I'm probably one of the only non-Masons, right? I'm one of the only non-Masons. I'm not, I'm not part of any organisations that could probably teach the Masons or Freemasons something they don't know. Through my art, Well, this is meant to be a massive painting. Right, I've got a canvas, blank canvas, and this is going to be painted like properly, like a real painting, and it's going to be my biggest work to date. And it'll be worth a lot of money, I suppose. I don't know, but you see what it is. It's a star, with coronal, ejections. Bruce is a great friend. See, we go back years, me and Andy, like. We go back years, like. We've known each other for a long time. And we were in the same band together, But, I don't know. But privately, if you are genuine, like, you know what I mean? If you really are genuine and you're, like, interested in buying a picture or whatever, like, if you're totally, really genuine, like, yeah, I'll sell pictures, but my intention is to do a lot of pictures, and get them together, and then think of selling them afterwards, you know what I mean? Andrew is rather rude. No, he's alright, actually. It's actually alright. Man, this is hilarious, man. I mean, tonight's been a crazy night. Like, I've been invited to be a Freemason. Um, and, nuts. But if you're deadly serious, man, you know, I'm on social security, you see, guys, and I don't want to, you know, he may be putting off private buyers, albeit an all right chap behind the facade of him. Andrew seems a little slow, albeit an all right chap behind the facade of a monkey. I don't know. I don't know what you think about that, Andrew. People who throw up imaginary money. Yeah, I don't even want any money, guys. But it's like this, right, guys? It's popular demand. Okay, if people want something off me and they want to buy it off me, I'll sell. But I'm actually trying to keep hot. I want to do an exhibition. You see, that's my dream. Like, is finish loads of pictures and then exhibit them and then let people buy them afterwards. Like, you know, I don't like selling anything. You know that maze picture, that painting. I've been working on it since. It's on YouTube. There's a video of it being painted. You know, like what you call a time lapse. And like I say, my channel. If you look for the art on my channel, just put art. You know what I mean? Just type art, and you'll find all kinds of things. And if you type, there's music, obviously, demos and stuff like that. But if people are really genuinely serious about buying privately off me, yeah, you know, have a talk about it. Like, I don't know. I've got tons of pictures in the making, like, but I haven't actually got around to starting them. Like, you know, that's my intention. That's my main intention. Like, is to do paintings. I'm trying to become the next Banksy. Jasford. Have you ever heard of an artist called Jeff Koons? Or him who's what is going to be your magnum opus? I don't know. Probably my funeral. I don't know. Tons of things. I've got some really, really big ideas for paintings. Like, they're all mostly paintings, right? If I ever pull them off, like the visionary. You need to take them to a private gallery nearby and ask them to exhibit your work. Yeah, that's what I need to do, but I need to get a lot of pictures together, you see. I've only just started painting on canvas. It's brand new to me. Here's my first canvas, and now don't laugh. This is funny, this, guys, because look at that, right? That's my first ever canvas. I'll hold it back so the light's not behind it. You see what it is? It's just a yellow circle on a white background. But look at the size of it, like, you know what I mean? This little tiny thing. But I finger painted that. You see that circle? That was finger painted. It's meant to be an egg. It's meant to be the inside of an egg, right? And it's on a canvas. Look, it's on a canvas. It's tiny. And I painted that. It's meant to be an egg, right? I done it with my finger. I painted that with my finger. And I didn't draw a circle on it or nothing like that, right? Now, some girl was in my flat when I used to live in Morton. And she said she was into Salvador Dali and all kinds of stuff, you know what I mean? And we had this discussion about art and that, like, you know what I mean? I was like, oh man, I love Salvador Dali, you know what I mean? Because I'm a surrealist, basically, right? And this was on the wall, like, and I said, if you like art, you know, you can have that picture. I'll let you have it. You can have it for nothing. And she started laughing at it, you know what I mean? Like, she actually laughed. I went, all right, you're not having it now. You've ruined it now, you know what I mean? And I said to her, that'll be worth millions of pounds one day. Look at it. You know what I mean? It's like, why don't you start making your own art with feces? Well, I've done that, like. Elbow grease. But anyway, that picture there, that egg picture, that was my very first canvas, you see. So it had to be tiny. You know, my Masonic collector friend is looking for something in the style of Waterhouse. Wow, well, whew, what a painter, you know what I mean? What a painter. Yeah, I can paint anything basically. It's weird you saying that, right? Because I've been thinking of painting. I love Waterhouse, you know what I mean? It's just, oh man, it's just too good to be true, isn't it? But I've been thinking of painting women the way Gustav Klimt painted them in gold, kind of thing, you know what I mean? But like in my own style. But I have to use real gold in the pictures, you see. That's what I'm working my way towards. I love Gustav Klimt and I love Waterhouse. And both of them have got that in common, haven't they? They paint women. Soviet deconstructionism. Andrew likes Soviet deconstructionism. Yeah, Waterhouse and Gustav Klimt combined, and all the women that I think are really beautiful women, like I want to paint them all, you know what I mean, all of them, like as best I can, and that would be on that level. Like I can't rip Waterhouse off obviously because you'd see it straight away, wouldn't you? But he's one of my favourite painters, you know what I mean. Rodchenko, I don't know. I have it sounds familiar. And communist social realism. It's just funny. I sit in a room with Andrew, and he never tells me this stuff. You know what I mean? He doesn't tell me he's into all this little painting. Bill Tidy. Yeah, I've been buzzing off. Yeah, Jeff Koons. Are you familiar with Jeff Koons? Jasford and Inzumar. Any paintings done on mushrooms? Oh, I didn't see that question. Not yet. Not yet. But needs more action. Yeah. Well, that's my intention. I'm very slow. I don't work for money, you see. I work for my own leisure. And the intention is, if anyone's interested in them, I'll sell them later on, like. But yeah. Done your own an art gallery. Oh, do you own an art gallery? Is someone saying? Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, I've been heavily influenced by Damien Hirst and Jeff Koons lately. On the modern thing. I love Banksy as well, guys. I think Banksy's brilliant. I love Banksy. You know, I've got loads of little things going on, like. But it's brilliant, man. If you are genuine, if you guys are genuine, like, I just take it as a compliment that you've actually, you know, I don't know, it's just nice to know someone out there appreciates it. Hopefully, I hope to get rich by accident one day, if you know what I mean. I don't really want to get rich, but imagine when you're at a state where people want to buy your pictures and you've got no choice and you can't do nothing about it, like. It would be cool, wouldn't it? I don't know. There's collectors, isn't there? There's people, there's experts, art experts, and they go around searching for artists who are unknown, you see, and because you could come up with something unbelievable overnight, couldn't you? If I had unlimited spends, you know, if I had unlimited money, yeah, Liechtenstein, I like Liechtenstein. If I had unlimited spend, I'd just spend it all on art. I'd be making things and building things and just making things basically. But that was me. I intended staying unknown until like Van Gogh or something where you discovered after you die, you know. In Berlin, wow, crazy, crazy. Yeah, if someone, let's just put it this way, if someone put the, you know, someone said to me, "Can you paint so many pictures, Bruce, and let's see what you've got." If it's genuine, yeah. Traceability. Yeah, I mean the best way to do it, that's what my channel is. That's what YouTube is. It's an art channel. It's basically an art advert. And I was trying to get a band together more than anything, like. Have you an agent? Yeah, damn. Yeah, I mean, channel is about art. The beer reviews was basically me taking a stroll, you know what I mean? Or you slave to the system. Are you asking me that, Andrew, or are you asking someone else that? Have you an agent or you slave to the system? I don't know what that means. And one of my greatest breakthroughs, the magnum opus, man. You know, someone said, "What's your magnum opus?" Painting visions, you know, like Salvador Dali. I want to paint visions. Oh, you're asking Inzuma. He's asking you, Inzuma, do you have an agent? Or you slave to the system, Bruce or not? No. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. We could just fingering lots of pies. He plays the organ, Zuma, pipe organ, and he told us earlier he makes, did you say £2,000 an hour, or was it 20? Oh, too many fingers makes your farts stink. What's he talking about? I can't believe he can type that fast on a phone. How do you type that fast with your thumbs, lad? By the way, I used to be a typing instructor, you know. I actually know how to touch type, you know, proper typewriter. I was a typing instructor in a college once. Yeah, you know, typewriters, original typewriters, with no electric typewriters and word processors. And I actually was an instructor in a college teaching, you know, touch type. Who are your favourite keyboard players? Oh, he's asking Zuma who his favourite keyboard players are. Because Zuma plays a pipe organ. I mean, I remember, who was it? We were on a live stream once, weren't we? And someone came on saying he played the organ, and I think it was him. Favourite keyboard players. Dave Greenfield, Dave Formula, Billy Curry or mine. I'm gonna have to head off, Bruce. Okay. Okay, thanks for tuning in, man. Very interesting. And yeah, I've got to go to bed myself. But yeah, just leave comments on my videos. If you see any of the off videos or whatever, leave comments and I'll get back to you. Time to get some sleep, I think. Very tired. Me too. Okay, keep it real. Love the night. Cheers. Okay. Cheerio, everyone. I'll be getting off myself. Inzuma. I'm Zuma. I'm Zuma. Sleep tight, Bruce. Yeah. Okay. And yourselves. Okay. Thanks for watching. Anyone else who's watching. And anyone who watches this in hindsight, when it go, in retro, comments below. I'm keeping the peace. Okay, folks, we're all getting off. We're all going to bed. Thanks for watching, everyone. Alright, let's end the stream. I'll see everyone back next time I'm online. I don't know. Cheerio, everyone. Cheerio.